Hi Virgo, welcome to your May 2023 Life Sector Tarot reading with me, Raphael, from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. So there is no astrology in these, they are purely tarot. What we're going to be looking at are all of the life sectors for you. So love, money, work, relationships, communications, career, all of that good stuff. With that said, before we start, they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So I'm going to give these a good shuffle. So just a note as well, in case you ever watch my shuffling and think, oh my gosh, that's horrendous, I'm going to scream. Don't worry about it. I always shuffle my cards before I get on camera, but I like to do it on cam so that people know that what you get is what you get, right? It's the luck of the draw, as they say. So for your actions and plans, you have the Justice card, with the Four of Pentacles, okay, and the Two of Wands. Potentially this month, it looks like a lot of you are signing a contract that has a financial slant or leaning to it that is very likely to enhance your resources. Now, the reason I say this is the Justice card is where you're signing on the dotted line and making the commitment. The Four of Pentacles is a card, is very often about money, finances, all of those kinds of things. And the Two of Wands, yes, it's, a consideration card, but this is actually a very active card and very often can speak to wealth, and wealth enhancing activities. So the fact that you've got all of these, there's a contract of some sort that shows up for you this month that is potentially very lucrative. It could be that you're signing a loan document. It could be that you are, I don't know, maybe you've gone for a grant. Maybe you're getting the mortgage so that you can buy the house. There's some kind of contract or commitment that you're making this month that is, and it is going to be something that's locked in for a while. That's something that you do need to be fully sort of aware of. So if you can do whatever this is after like the 18th of May and onwards, because at that point Jupiter will have moved into Taurus, right, which is a fellow earth sign, so that's giving you harmonious positive energy flow, and I said I wouldn't put any astrology in these, but I need to mention this, and also Mercury, your ruling planet, will no longer be retrograde, so a really big deal. I love this though. Whatever this contract is, it bodes very well for your finances and for your money moving forward, but it is going to be a long-term commitment. So whatever you're putting your name to, just be fully aware it's going to be around for a while. But hey, listen, long money, who's complaining? For your career and your communications, you've got the Queen of Wands. So needing to clearly define the boundaries, but also getting after it. You got this with the Five of Cups, and you've got this with the Six of Swords. So one way that this might show up for you is you could literally be having a conversation or a connection with somebody where you're having to really clarify, when I say like clarifying the boundaries, it doesn't have to be that you're sort of laying down the law. That is possible with the Queen of Wands, but it's more likely that you are clearly defining, okay, if we're going to do this, if we're going to get into business together, if we are going to, if I'm going to take on this job, if I'm going to take on these new responsibilities, whatever it might be, you're getting really clear on what is what, basically, right? Now, because we've got the Five of Cups in the middle, we can't ignore, I don't shy away from the difficult stuff. It's one of the reasons, yeah, anyway. Right? One of the ways that this could potentially show up, something that actually you really enjoy about your work, your studies, etc., could actually be going away because you're moving towards something new, right? So this could, on a sort of more interruptive note, Tarot does have a message here that is needing to be delivered. You are, touch wood, and I hope I'm wrong on this front, but there is a potential here for you to hear of a fire sign woman having passed over. I hope that's not the case. This looks like, if this is the case, this will be somebody who has potentially been sick for quite some time and has now come to the final end of that journey. Now, back to career and communications. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this potentially shows up for you guys as a departing from the part of the course that you really loved for, like, maybe now you start the ascent, right? So it's like, you know, when you're studying a degree, when you get to like the third year, they've kind of given you everything that they can give you, right? Now at this point you've got to start to synthesize a body of work that is cohesive with all the elements that you've learned. So you could be like, now this is the part where the fun sort of stuff is over if you're studying, and this is where the real work begins. Maybe you're starting your dissertation, right? And that Five of Cups, it's like you're mourning the fun and the enjoyment, and it's like, wow, I can't believe it, I'm coming to the end of this situation now. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, very possible that you are, maybe your boss is saying, look, we're going to take this set of duties and responsibilities away from you because we want to start transitioning you to a different role. Maybe the role that you're doing is going away, and so now we have to redefine what you do within the company, what your responsibilities are, etc. And there is, right, the Five of Cups is a card of mourning, so there's a period here where you're kind of like, shit, you know, this is what I've been doing for the last however long. Like, you know, how am I going to adjust to this? You will adjust to it. You will adapt to it very well. I have no doubt. You are a mutable sign after all, so you're naturally adaptive. And you're an earth sign, so you do things for the long term. So I love this. All right. Now, finally, for those of you that are retired and no longer working, that message about somebody who is literally overseas or potentially coming to the end of a healing journey is likely to be for you. I really hope I'm wrong on that front, as always. For your love and relations, you have the Sun card. Beautiful. Look at that, right? Also, within the career, a fire sign woman, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, is very likely to feature. And because she falls underneath the Sun card, she's very likely to be a Leo. You've got the Lovers card. All right. And you've got the Seven of Wands. So for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this is sexy beyond sexy. This is connection and love and relationship and connection with your partner that takes on a more sort of steamy element, dare I say. I would say as well that it looks like you and your partner are going to get really active together. So this month you could say, right, you know what, we're signing up to a gym, we're going to get nice and healthy, and on the way we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. This could be that you and your partner really start to attack something, but you're doing it together. And it's like with the Sun card there, whatever, you know, especially if this is like a renovation of a home, etc., the money that you need is available, right? You're going after it. You've got some big plan that you're doing with a partner. You're definitely not doing it on your own. This could be you going after that. For those of you that are single and looking to mingle, get out there into things that are active, things like martial arts, yoga, Tai Chi, you know, anything that has that kind of very physical slant to it is likely to be where you're going to find a partner. If you start taking up running, right? Maybe every morning when you're jogging around the path, you see that handsome stranger, or it's never going to happen to me because I ain't jogging, honey. That ain't for me. At the gym, lifting weights, or, you know, all of that kind of stuff. No, maybe even on an exercise bike or a spin class. Yeah, no problem, mate. I'll see you there. But jogging, no, it ain't never gonna happen for me because you'll never find me jogging. So, right, so all very possible, but the love life this month is definitely lit up. There are opportunities to date, so use them. And then finally, for your money and materials, you've got the Moon card on top of the Sun. So the same thing with the Sun and the Moon coming together in astrology. That's a growth point. Something new is being incepted into the finances, but it has a past element or slant to it. So this may be something you've tried to do already. Then we've got the Five of Wands. Okay, Five of Wands has been very active for the money sector this week, which tells me, and look, right there, you've got the Fool card. On the wider world stage, we are going to see some upheaval when it comes to the resources this month. You know, maybe it doesn't have to be awful, but we are definitely going to see a shake-up that maybe a lot of people are not necessarily happy about. Now, for your personal finances, that Fool card with the Five of Wands, this is potentially, like, this is a new spin on an old project, idea, product maybe, or service as well, if you do anything like that. There is potential to make more money this month, you know, with these cards, but that Moon card does suggest that you're having to bring something back into the fold. It's likely not to be something that's coming, you know, that's going to be brand new. And then when it comes to your physical health and vitality, it just looks like a really active month for you guys. Like there's a lot going on here, whether this is redoubling your efforts with, you know, a health and fitness regime, whether it's changing the diet. I mean, it's not just going to be diet though. This will have, like this month, you guys are going to be very physically active. So totally here for that. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, this could be, I would like to say this could be a get together or an event that happens, but it's one that happens at night and it's one that happens almost like spontaneously. So you could suddenly find that one night during May, I'm going to say probably around the eclipse, to be fair, you could find that you just, you know, this friend says that they're coming round and at the same time one of your siblings decides to come round and they're bringing their partner or their new partner potentially. It's almost like, and the other thing as well, it's like the Five of Wands with the Fool card. This could be meeting new people or reconnecting with people from the past. And it's like when you reconnect with them, you're like, wow, I don't even recognize you. You look totally different. Like maybe, you know, we've all got that one friend who was like a bit of a tearaway that we always kind of worried about. And then you see them, you know, like 15 years later, they're married, you know, got a stable 9-to-5 and doing the whole 2.4 business. Do you know what I mean? Like you could reconnect with someone and be like, I literally don't even know who you are anymore. Like, do you know what I mean? I remember the days where you would wake up and brush your teeth with a bottle of tequila, right? And now you're doing the school run and the, you know, all the rest of it. So it could be, I just think this is a really great month for you guys. I actually really do. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care and I'll see you soon.